Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world in the 7 seas.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Halloween makeup tutorial. Today we're going to be doing a stitched mouth girl. Now I've started with a foundation on her face and I've lightly coated it all the way around and down her neck so that I can use eyeshadows and eyeliner pen. Now I'm not going to be using the Halloween makeup for the base because I want to be able to use a little bit more of the shading and not have the white. So I'm going to start off with a line to start with the mouth. I like to draw in a simple line first just to give my base and to give me idea. Now I'll show you here because it happens. I put my line just a little bit too low. So this is why I like to do it this way. I'm able to put another line and I'll be able to shade that black line in later with my eyeshadows. So it's okay if you mess up. It happens. Now I'm going to take my white and I'm going to put it all the way around and start to fill in the mask of her face. I'm using an eyeshadow with a little bit of a glimmer to it. I do love the sparkles, so. Now I'm going to take my red and I'm going to double coat on both sides and I'm going to start to fill in underneath my black line. I want to shade this a little bit further down because I'm going to add more shading to it with other colors later. I do want to apply it underneath her eye and on top of her eyelid and a little bit pulled out. I want to put this on first. Then I'm going to take my black and I'm going to start to put the black shadow just to start shading that part that I'm going to put the actual Halloween makeup on. I'm going to put it on top of her eye as well because I want her eye to be dark. Now I'm going to put a little bit more red and start with the real shading part. This is where the fun comes into play. Now you don't have to use red, but we decided to go with red for it. Now I do shade in her eyebrows with the eyeshadow and her lips before I put the black makeup on, which is the Halloween makeup, because it helps it set better. Now I'm going to take my white mineral and I'm going to start to highlight more of her face and blend more. I'm going to carry it all the way around her eye and all the way down around the black. I love the way the mineral makeup actually blends and has that really nice shimmer to it. Now I'm going to contour the outside of her face here just in case she decides to wear a wig. Now I'm going to take my lipstick brush or liner brush or whatever someone wants to call it. I call it my line brush. And I'm going to start to fill in with the Halloween makeup paint to make it darker and thicker. I'm going to draw a wing on her eye and underneath her eye as well. I will fill in her lips and her eyebrows with this paint as well. Always blend a little more if you see something that's out of place. That's one thing that's fun about eyeshadows, is that you can really play with the colors, and blending makes it your own. Now I'm going to start to draw the stitch. Now you want to make sure that you put them far enough apart and one straight little swoop down. This is going to be the first layer of the stitch. You want to make it 3D, so I use my pencil liner and I draw the little 3D button on top, and then I take my skin toned makeup and I put it right near the bottom and I blend it a little bit with the black, and then I'm going to end up taking my white eyeshadow and I'm going to blend it in as well. The reason I do this is because it does give it more of a 3D effect. It lifts it up off of the face, which is kind of what we're looking for with the stitches. Now I'm going to take my first coat of white and I'm going to put it right beside the black. Now it is Halloween makeup white, so unfortunately I do have to put 2 coats on. If you invest a little bit more money in special paints, I'm sure it's a lot easier, but this is a DIY for the people that go to the dollar store just like we do. Now I'm going to redo my black just on the side and maybe a little over top of the white to give it a little more of a pop. I am going to put a little bit more black on the ball, and that would be my second coat of black for the stitch. Now I add a little bit of red around the ball of the stitch to give it more of a 3D effect. And I also blend a little bit more. This will be your second coat of white, and you're going to want to bring it all the way down to the bottom of the black, so it looks like it's been stitched on. Try to make your lines as straight as possible. Now I'm going to put the light shimmer on her face just to give her more of a white shine, so it looks like she's wearing a mask. Don't forget the chin and on the neck. Now comes the fun part. Eyelashes. Yes, the wonderful, beautiful, dreadful eyelashes. I do like to apply a little bit more glue to them for the bigger eyelashes, the heavier ones, because I find they will fall off pretty easy if you don't. Now I'm going to take my fake blood and I'm going to put little drops on her face. I'm going to start with just a simple one, and then I'm going to take it again and put a little bit more, tilt the face sideways, and just let them drip down. Don't put too much so that they go too far down, but just enough so that they leave that dripping, scary part. So here we go. This is the stitch face. I've added a little bit of veins to her face, a little bit of detail. You know, it's fun to play around with it. You can choose any colors that you want and play with it. Make it your own. If you like this tutorial, please give it a like, and to help out our channel, make sure you share it with your friends and family. If you want to follow us on Musical.ly, we're at Born to Be Alive ENT, and we're also on Facebook at BTBA Fam, as well as Instagram. Happy Halloween!
Ha 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 ha!